Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Children of Light podcast. Today, Ethan and I are going to be doing a Good Friday episode, The Power on the Cross. Ethan's going to get us started by reading Matthew chapter 27, verses 45 through 54. So, Ethan, if you could please read that for us.
Now, from the 6th hour, darkness fell upon all the land until the 9th hour. About the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani? That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? And some of those who were standing there, when they heard it, began saying, This man is calling for Elijah. Immediately, one of them ran, and taking a sponge, he filled it with sour wine and put it on a reed and gave him a drink. But the rest of them said, Let us see whether Elijah will come to save him. And Jesus cried out again with a loud voice, and yielded up his spirit. And behold, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth shook, and the rocks were split. The tombs were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. And coming out of the tombs, after his resurrection, they entered the holy city and appeared to many. Now, the centurion and those who were with him, keeping guard over Jesus, when they saw the earthquake and the things that were happening, became very frightened and said, Truly, this was the Son of God.
Wow, what power we see displayed here, even as our Messiah draws his final breaths. The first thing we see here in verse 45 is that we see darkness in the times of day where it should be the most light. Where it says the 6th hour to the 9th hour, that's from noon to 3 o'clock. If you've ever been outside during noon to 3 o'clock, the sun is beating down at its brightest. Yet here, as our Messiah hangs on the cross, it is complete darkness over the land. That lets everyone know that, there is something special and out of the ordinary going on here. There is power. And then, as Jesus breathes his last, we see immense power pull forth. First, we see the veil of the temple tears in two. And this wasn't no sheet curtain. This was a very thick curtain, very tall, very wide. If you see the dimensions described in the Bible, it's a massive curtain ripped from top to bottom. That's power. The next thing we see is an earthquake. Not a normal one, just an unnatural earthquake. Shakes the rocks and opens the graves. And we see here that people are raised from the dead. From the death of one man, we see so much incredible power, even as he dies. And what immense power that is that brings such a reaction out of the centurion and the guards that are with him. A complete statement of awe and realization at who this man truly was. So that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. And we're going to continue this mini series through our Easter Sunday episode coming in a couple days, where we're going to see not just the power that was shown here on the cross, but now the power of the cross and what it does for our lives as transformed believers. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for listening in and have a great day.